Well, very good afternoon. Set to go into our $25,000 BrainJuice U25 team event. 4 riders generally on the team, and top 6 teams to return for round 2. And all set to go with our first out on course there. And over our courses here again, designed by Anderson Lima and Jason Shelley here this week. Round 1 starting us off, and it's Hallie Grimes for Team Pink Pony Club. And it is Marguerite de Mariposa. Good start there, going clear for Hallie Grimes. Marguerite de Mariposa giving the first to clear, going clear for Team Pink Pony Club as the first go of the 12 teams to go this afternoon. And taking us now to our next, and it's Mary Rose Canterbury with a Heated Rivalry team. And this is going to be Kenya RM is the horse for her, and its Heated Rivalry is Team 2. Clear it is, 69.93. It is clear for Mary Rose Canterbury and Kenya RM. So 2 clears so far, 2 from 2 on our lineup to date. Now for Team For Real is going to be Tony Stormans now. Tony with Cassius Clay. Clear it is 2 at 67.82. Clear there for Tony Stummins and Cassius Clay. Time allowed of 72. Taking us to the next two teams now, and Team Sweet Oak. And first out for Team Sweet Oak is going to be Ashley Vogel to go now. Ashley riding the combination of Namaste. Finishing on a total of 8, it's 8 there at 69.65, 8 there for Ashley Vogel and Namaste. Take us next to Team Keendoza to go next, and first out for that team is going to be Alex Lignelli and Exo Onemi. Three teams to the clear for their first riders so far. Hallie Grimes for Pink Pony Club. For heated rivalry is Mary Rose Canterbury. And for Team for Real is Tony Stummins with the clears to date. And so first for Team Keendoza now is going to be Alexa Lignelli, Exo and Naomi. Final fence just dropping 66-1-1, just the one fence down for Alexa Lignelli and Exo and Naomi. There the combination for Team Keendozer. Now to Team Jet Run, and a fisherman first to go for that team. She rides Casalvano. Going clear there at 69.31. It's clear there for a Fisherman and Casalvano. So good start too for Team Jet Run. Team Oakland now, and Cody Rigo to go next. This is Mendoza VDL. Finishing on a total of 4:68.37, just the 4 there for Cody Rigo and Mendoza VDL for Team Oakland. So they're on 4. Top 6 teams to come back for our second round. Team Carson's Angels now, starting off with Eliana Brody, Skatana. Well, unfortunately, elimination there for Eliana Brody and Katana. Was actually a bell rung to not jumped at 11, so should have come back to that one, unfortunately. But that does unfortunately mean elimination for the first for Team Carson's Angels, but still 3 to come for the team. Of course, 3 counting scores. Team Spice Girls now, and first for that team is Taylor Corley and Claudia Z. Finishing on 4 there for Claudia Z and Taylor Corley for Team Spice Girls. So finishing on the 4 for the first team. Team Off the Rails now, and first for Team Off the Rails is Virginia Bonney and Eldorado. Final fence finishing on the 4 there for Virginia Bonney and Eldorado as they finish on 4. Team Lucas Angels now, and Lola Head going to start that team off. This is Marilyn. Final fence dropping, it is on to 4 there, Flola Head and Marilyn for its 68-38 for Team Lucas Angels. Final first round for each of the teams now. It's Maggie Jacobs to go for Team Women in Male Fields, and Maggie with Fury. Hey, jumping 2-time, it is total 10 overall. It's into time of 73.91. It is 10 for Maggie Jacobs for the first for the Team Women in Male Fields. We'll return to the second rider for each of the teams now. So going back to Team Pink Pony Club, and it'll be Daniel Kerrins. Daniel looking to build on Hallie Grimes is clear. Daniel with Diaset. Total of 8, last fence going down as well. It's 8 faults and 70.878 there for Daniel Kerrins and DSZ. So clear at 8 for Team Pink Pony Club, our first team out. So the first team to field their second rider. Taking us to second now for Team Heated Rideori. This is Layla Kurbanov and Layla with Sally 721. Two clears in the bag and two very good rounds for Team Heated Rideori. So clear there for Layla Kurbanov, and it was first clear from Mary Rose Canterbury. Team For Real now, also starting with a clear. They go to their second rider now in Cassidy Rain. And for the 21-year-old that's had this partnership now for 3.5 years, this is Escorial K. Finishing on a score of 4 there, 64-67. It's 4 there for Cassidy Rain and Escorial K. So they finish on the 4 team or clear and 4 so far for Team For Real. Team Sweet Oak to go now, and this is going to be Colin Sweetnam as the next for their team, and Colin with Ferrari VDL. Going clear there for Colin Sweetnam and Ferrari VDL. There was 8 from their first. It's clear from their second, helping the score for Team Sweet Oak. Team Kindoza to go now, and it's Vivara Borodina to go next. Vivara with the right of Olympic. Twelve jumping 5 time, finishing on a total of 17 for the 19-year-old Vivara Borodina. Second rider there for Team Kindoza, so team's score of 4 and 17 for them. Team Jet Run to go next. David Fisherman having already jumped and jump clear. They go to Alex Alston as their second rider for the 22-year-old from Columbus, Ohio, and this is Spider. Clear it is for Alex Alston and Spider. So 2 clears for Team Jet Run. That's one of 2 teams to do that. Team Heated Rivalry also on a double clear so far. Alex Alston going clear with Spider. Team Oakland now and 17-year-old Olivia Martin with Pickwick for the Canadian rider. 10 months of combination together now for the rider who's been a twice gold medalist at the Youth Championships. Finishing on a total of 4:65, 60 just the 4 for Olivia Martin. So 4 and 4 for Team Oakland so far. And to the second rider for Teams Carson's Angels to go next. Riding in for Carson's Angels is Carson Lewis with Trachodon for the 23-year-old rider from Ontario. And 2-year partnership now for this pairing that also had a good season last year as well, finishing well throughout the summer of 2025. Recent graduates from the University of Guelph. Finishing on a total of 24 in all for Carson Lewis and Trachodon. So they're going to be counting for the team with their first elimination for Team Carson's Angels. Team Spice Girls next. Second rider is Taryn Keeley with DeCurio for the 17-year-old rider from Rumson, New Jersey. And this is going to be our next rider who finished well in the classes already here at WEF this season. And looks like retiring there for Tarankili and De Curio for Team Spice Girls. Second rider for Team Off the Rails. Now their second rider is Corin Sweeney, the 21-year-old from Oyster Bay, New York. And this is going to be a 9-month developed now combination in Chacosini. Score of 8 for Corin Sweeney and Chacosini at 67.20. So 4 and 8 for Team Off the Rails so far. Team Lucas Angels next, and Maria Michel to go now, and riding Captain Ramel as our next to go. 4 from their first rider, and to their second now in Maria Michel and Captain Ramel. Going clear there for Maria Michel and Captain Ramel as they go clear. So clear around 4 for Team Lucas Angels so far. 2 Team Women in Male Fields, and it's Sydney Rady and Copy Champ now for the 19-year-old from New York City. And this is going to be their first year of competition together. A freshman from the University of Pennsylvania is Sydney Rady. Total of 12, 12 for Sydney Rady and Colby Champ for Team Women in Male Fields. We take a short break. 2 riders for each the team gone. Teams with a 00 so far. A team Heated Rivalry with Mary Rose Canterbury and Leda Kurbanov, and the team for Team Jet Run also on the 00 so far with Ava Fisherman and Alex Alston. They're the only 2 teams on 2-0 scores. Remember, best 3 scores to count, so still a good way to go yet. Teams on clear and 4. They are Team Lucas Angels with Lola Head and Maria Michelle so far, and Team For Real with Tony Stubbins and Cassidy Rain. Take a very short break and just going to let the tractors head on in. We're going to be back in a few minutes' time with the second half of round 1 of our Brain Juice Under 25 team event. Well, set to get back underway as we go into our third rider for the team. So we go with Team Pink Pony Club and Teddy Pritzker, the third rider for them. They've gone clear and 8 so far. Teddy with Javantasy for the 23-year-old rider that goes now, also being part of the winning team here 2 seasons ago as well. Teddy Pritzker is the third for Team Pink Pony Club. Finish on forward 69.96 for Teddy Pritzker as the third rider of Team Pink Pony Club. Still the best of those 2 scores though, counting clear and 4 there. And they've the 8 at the moment discarded from their list, still with 1 to come, of course. And up next is going to be for Team Heated Rivalry is going to be Elizabeth Grace Thomason, the 19-year-old from Quebec in Canada. And with Ursula Rock pairing, they've been together some 2 years now. Team already with 2 clears on the card yet, with Mary Rose Canterbury and Lena Kovenov, and looking from their third from Elizabeth Grace Thomason. And that is going to be with Ursula Rock in just a moment. Take us then to our next, who's currently in their first year of law school at University Laval in Quebec City, is going to be Elizabeth Grace Thomason, Ursula Rock. Finishing on a score of 8 this time. It is 8-2 down for Elizabeth Grace Thomasin and Iris de la Roque. So they finish on 8, but 2 clears so far for the team. Heated rivalry already. Team for real now, and their third rider, they've already got clear and 4 on the scorecard. And it is going to be our next in Ty Simpson. And Ty with the ride of Corvalia EVS as the third rider for Team for Real. Finishing on the 4 for Ty Simpson and Coralia EVS as they finish on the 4 as well. So clear 4 and 4 for Team for Real so far. Team Sweet Oak now. Third rider for them is Alexa Curry with Quentin Kay. Team scores of 8 and 0. Alexa Curry, Team Sweet Oak. Just on 4 there for Alexa Curry and Quentin Kay. So Team Sweet Oak, they go clear and 4 is their best 2 scores so far. Team Keendoza now, and Isabel Cox next. Izzy with the 5 Roosters Happy Time. Six months now combination together and part of the lineup to win at the U25 series in Thunderbird last August as well. Just graduated from Dartmouth. Going clear there, Frizzy Cox, and happy time for Team Keen-Dozer. Helps their team because they discard the 17 from a little earlier. It's clear and 4 for Team Keen-Dozer so far. Team Jet Run next to go, and it is Yulia Kozlowski to go next with Crystal Clare as the third for the team. It's one of the very few teams with the 2 clears so far, and there next is the 18-year-old from Keystone in Colorado. Clear it is, and the team staying on 3-0, so guaranteeing their spot as completing on a 0 score after round 1. Team Jet Run with Yulia Kozlowska and Crystal Clare going clear alongside the clears of Alex Alston and Ava Fisherman. Team Oakland to go now. This is Elena Haas and Ogu BT Special. Pair have been together 2.5 years now. Parada had such a super run too up in Canada, both in Ottawa and at Spruce Meadows as well. Good round for Team Oakland as they go clear, and Lena Haas and Ogu BT Special goes clear. 4, 4 and 0 so far, so it is a potential score of 4 for Team Oakland as well, putting them in that top 6. Team Carson's Angels next to go. And the third rider is Lucina Arenas Saravia. This is going to be Cantosano. Total 12, 71, 44. It's 12 there for Team Carson's Angels. And looking at Arena Saravia, taking us to Team Spice Girls now. Just the score of 4 so far with Taylor Corley. So the next two counting. Rylan Conway, the third rider for the team, with Capella Y for the 9th team in the order for the 17-year-old from Fairhaven, New Jersey. And this combination been together around 12 months now for the rider that was top 10 at the McClay finals. Going clear there for Rylan Conway and Capella Wise certainly helps the score. So clear and 4 the county scores so far for Team Spice Girls. So still a chance for them to be into round 2. Team Off the Rails now is Gabriela Pino as the next to go. And it's ODL VDM for the 17-year-old from Miami, Florida. And pairing to be together for a year and a half now. Jumped also last season the Hampton Classic and the GCT. Jersey City. Going clear there for Gabriela Pino and ODL VDM. They go clear as well. And so it also puts Team Off the Rails on a potential score of 4 as well, with 1 to come. Team Lucas Angels now. Clear and 4 from them so far too. This is Della White now. And it's Gaufret de Rocher as the next to go for Team Lucas Angels. Finishing on the 4 there for Della White and Geoffroy de Rocher. It is 4 there for Della. For the team for Team Lucas Angels, so they potentially still are on a clear and 4 for their team. 1 to go for Team Women in Male Fields. 10 and 12 so far. Riley Delbeck, the third rider to go for that team. This is Chanel. Finishing on a total of 8 there for Riley Delbeck as the third rider for Team Women in Male Fields. They finished on a total of 8, and a little correction to earlier on. Team Oakland, Elena has a score of 4, so 3 fours for Team Oakland so far. We're going to go into the fourth rider for each of the teams, and so going to take us into Team Pink Pony Club. And so they're currently, their best scores clear and 4. There's an 8 on the card at the moment, but their last to go could also produce them down to staying on 4. Tanaka Rockin is their last, was finishing second in a recent Grand Prix here as well, with the MS for Tanaka Rockin for Team Pink Pony Club. Clear there for Team Pink Pony Club. So clear from the last there from Tanaka Rockin. So he goes clear. So their team finishing on a score of 4. Like we say, top 6 to go through. So we'll come down to their times at the latter stages here. But finishing round 1 on a score of 4 for Team Pink Pony Club. Team Heated Rivalry next to go. They're also still actually on a potential score of 0 with clear and 8 so far for the squad. So Team Heated Rivalry could finish on a 0 score. Team Jet Run already definitely on the 0 with 3 scores of 0 so far. Clear, and 8 for Team Heated Rivalry. Their now final ride to go is Christian Hacker, the 18-year-old with the rider for Friendship VDL. Less than a year this combination been together for a rider who's been a team silver medalist through youth championships and a previous WEF circuit champion. Just the 4 there for Christian Hacker, and so team finish on a score of 4 as well. So again, looking like time's going to be key here. It is 4 there for Team Heated Rivalry. So we've got clear, 8 and 4 for the team. Team For Real now. Team For Real also could finish on 4. They've got 2 4s and a clear so far. Their last rider is Ansgar Holches Jr., the 20-year-old from here in Wellington. And Ansky with the ride now of Calablu PS. Finishing on the 4 there, so a team score of 8 there for our third team for Team For Real, and so it is there for the total of 8. Team Sweet Oak now and their last rider. They've got they could also finish on a score of 4, 8 clear and 4 so far. Alexander ride now. This is Irandol de Floch. And so Alexander riding there with the 4 with Irandol de Flutz. We're finishing on the 4. And so finishing on the 4 there for Alexander Ryden and Irandol de Flutz. So they are also a team that finishes on a total of 8. Team Kiendosa to go now, and it is their last rider in, Philippa Amon next, Oslo de Rue, and they a team that could yet also finish on 4. Score of 8 there for Philip Amon and Oslo de Rue. So they finish with a score of 8 there, taking to a team score of 12. Team score of 12 for Team Kiendosa. Team Jetrun, and their last rider going, but they're already on a 0 score, so guaranteed that. But last out is the winner of the first, the BrainJuice U25 Grand Prix of the season, Campbell Brown now, Colina Z. Finishing on the clear as well, so it's the full set of clears regardless there for the team. Clear for Campbell Brown and Colina Z. So regardless, we'll see them into round 2. Force potentially as well, but that team guaranteed a 0 score for that of Team Jetrun. Final rider for Team Oakland now. Team Oakland on a score of 8 at the moment, so needing a clear to have a chance of being in the top 6. And that could well come from the Upperville Grand Prix winner with Mimi Gotchman and Tagger BH. Finishing on the 4 there for Mimi Goshman, so team score of 12. And so team score 12 overall for Team Oakland. And on to our team now for Teams Carson's Angels. Their funnel rider is going to be Sutton Friesen to go now, and Sutton with Beneficial. Well, unfortunately, elimination there for the ride for Sutton Friesen for Teams Carson's Angels. Unfortunately, it is elimination for the team as well. Four teams remaining, and with the teams on 0, that is Team 6, that's Team Jet Run. Team Heated Rivalry on 4. It is also Team Pink Pony Club on the 4 as well. 2 teams on 8. They are Team For Real and Team Sweet 8. Remember, best 6 teams to go through, and 4 remaining teams yet in the first round. Two Spice Girls to go now. Now, they could also still finish on a score of 4, potentially to be in that top 6. The second rider retiring, but 4 unclear so far. Clara Prop is going to be the last of those for this team as well. And Clara going now with the combination for the 19-year-old from New York. This is going to be Ingmar for Clara Prop. Clara Prob there finishing on a total of 4 there for a Team Spice Girls. So they was a team will finish on a score of 8. 3 teams on a score of 8 so far. Three teams remaining, and it's a team off the rails now. A team off the rails with a potential score of 4 as well. In fact, 2 of our last 2 teams could score 4 yet, and so it put them in the top 6. It is going to be for a team off the rails, Elise Stevens now, and Omega H and DB for the 19-year-old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and a rider who's a sophomore at Dartmouth College. So going clear there for the team off the rails. Team will finish on a score of 4 there. Elise Stevens and Omega H, D and B finishing on the 4. So puts them in the pack for the top 6 to return for round 2 as they go on to a score of 4 as a team. Team Lucas Angels now, they could also finish on a score of 4 as well. They're last. Lucas Meyer van Hoel with Camilo for the 19-year-old from New York, who started last season into the 3-star classes, including in Socrates. Last one to go for Team Lucas Angels. Just the 4 there for Lucas Meyer van Hoel, and so the 4 for them puts the team on a score of 8. And so we'll just get the overall times to determine whether they go through to round 2 or not. The 8 falters on the spot for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th spot right now. So going to come down to times to then separate those. Last rider to go and into this first round, and for the last team is going to be Taylor Madden for a team women in male fields. Team on a score of 18 so far, And this is going to be Taylor Manhattan VDL. Finish on a total of 8 there for Taylor and Manhattan VDL as the last to go there. So team score then having a total of 26. So not progressing to round 2. Those going forward to round 2. We'll confirm those in just a moment, but our team that's certain to go through on the 0 score is going to be Team Jet Run on the 3 clears as they go to that second round. 4:15 starts for that second round. So the teams to return look like this. It's Team Jet Run that will be back with the 0 score. Second best of the teams, that is going to be Team Off the Rails, Team 10. They are set to return as well. They were on a score of 4 after round 1. Also on a score of 4 are Team Pink Pony Club. On the 4 there, it's 4 faults for the team that will return. Third best of them. Fourth best of the lineup, and so that is going to be Team 2. That's Team Heated Rivalry will be back as well. Team 3, Team For Real, make a return as well as the 8 full team, and so they're the 5th best of them as well. And then Team Sweet Oak completes the lineup, the 6th of the lineup, also on a score of 8. And so they go through on that 8 faults as well. So confirming the teams that go through, it is Team Jet Run on a 0 score. It is on the 4 faults, it is Team Off the Rails. Also on a score of 4 are Team Pink Pony Club, and also on a score of 4 are Team Heated Rivalry. And from there with a team score of 8, it is of that to our team then that are going to go 5th, that is the Team For Real. And the team that will be starting us off, as we'll go in reverse order, will be Team Sweet Oak, also on a score of 8. Those are the 6 teams returning for round 2, 4:15 start. So just 5 minutes away from the start, just a reminder the teams returning. They'll go in reverse order. So Team Sweet Oak goes first. They carry their scores from round 1. So Team Sweet Oak on a score of 8. Team For Real will go next on a score of 8. Well, the first rider for each of the teams, second rider, third and fourth, as is Nations Cup format. Heated Rivalry will go after that on a score of 4. Pink Pony Club on a score of 4 as well. Team Off the Rails on a score of 4-2. And Team Jet Run, the only team to come through on a 0 score. Less than 5 minutes away, and then it'll be first team back again, jumping same course that we saw for the first round, as is the Nations Cup format for this too, and we'll be back with our top 16s in just under, well, 4.5 minutes. And all set to go into the second round of our BrainJuice Under-25 team competition as well. So we go in reverse order of the teams. And first rider for each of the teams will start with Team Sweet Oak. And again, same format, so the same course that we'll see, as we'll see under a Nations Cup format. Time allowed of 72 seconds. And team score of 8 for Team Sweet Oak. First up for them is Ashley Vogel. And this time, Namaste. Just on the floor there for Ashley Vogel for the first team rider for Team Sweet Oak. So they finish on 4. Remember the team score of 8 coming into this round. Team for real now, and Tony Stormans goes next, the 18-year-old from Germany. And Tony, who's also been a past youth European champion as well, and a Grand Prix winner here in Wellington. This is going to be Cassius Clay for Tony Stormans. Clear there for Tony Stormans for Team For Real. So good start for them as they go clear. And Tony giving them the clear round. So team on 8 coming in here goes clear this time around. 3 teams coming in on a score of 4. Heated Rivalry is the first of those. And their first team member is Mary Rose Canterbury. And this is going to be Kenya RM. I just watched the game, unfortunately, parting company there, and it is, unfortunately, early end to the round for Mary Rose Canterbury and Kenya RM. So then the Heated Rivalry team on a score going into this round of 4. Still 3 riders left to come, as of course the best 3 scores in each counting added to their score from round 1. And 3 gone of the 6. First team rider for Team Off the Rails won't be coming forward. That's Virginia Bonney. So they're down to 3 riders as well. Team Jet Run on the score of 0 coming into this round. Taking us to Team Pink Pony Club now, and with the team score of 4, jump clear in the first round is Hallie Grimes now. Hallie was top of the BrainJuice U25 series last season, and today goes with Marguerite de Mariposa. Team score of 8 for Hallie Grimes and Marguerite de Mariposa, and so finishing on 8. So again, team scores changing around as it stands, and still 3 team riders left to come that could leave them yet on a score of 4. Team off the rails, Virginia Bonnie withdrawing, so they will go down to 3 riders. Their second rider will come in that cycle of second riders, so we'll move straight on to Team Jet Run next. They're the team on a 0 score after round 1. A Fisherman, the first of those, and Ava with Casalvano. Score of 8, it is 2 down for the first for Team Jet Run, and so potentially putting all the teams back in the pack and into the shuffle. It is 8 there for the last rider for the team that were on 0, Team Jet Run, but remember 3 riders still to come, 0s from them to still leave them on a 0 score. We're going to go to the second rider for each of the teams now, and to the second rider for Team Sweet Oak now. This is Colin Sweetnam and Ferrari VDL. Finishing on a total of 12, it's Colin Sweetnam and Ferrari VDL finishing on a total of 12. So team going up to 12 as their best score right now for Team Sweetek. Team For Real, they jumped clear with their first rider in this round, 8 from round 1. So best they can score is 8. And second rider for Team For Real is Cassidy Rain now. This is the Rain family's Escorial K. Clear it is for Team For Real, coming back strong into round 2. 2 clears from the team so far, so could still finish on a score of 8 for the team overall, carrying that from round 1. Still 2 riders to come yet for Team For Real, but 2 clears, and their first 2 were Tony Summons and Cassidy Rain. Second rider to go for Team Heated Rivalry now, and into our teams that started on a score of 4. A little bit of a change within these as well, with the first rider for Team Heated Rivalry eliminated. It means Layla Kernanov and remaining riders all need to clear to stay at 4. And we'll go to Layla Kernanov now, and this is going to be Sally for Team Heated Rivalry. Good battle back for Team Heated Rivalry as they go clear there for Layla Kurbanov. and clears. The team look to stay on a score of 4, so still in the frame. We've got 2 more riders yet to come that could put zeros together to keep them at just the 4. Team Pink Pony Club now, 8 from their first. Now their second team rider is Daniel Kerins, and it's Diaset. Score of 13, and so that at the moment the discard score for that of the Pink Pony Club, so they would go up to a team score of 12, as similar for Team Sweet Oak. Team for Real, potential score of 8 at the moment. Heated Rivalry, well, they've got 1 discarded score already, but they did get a 0, so still chance to stay on 4. And we'll go to Team Off the Rails now. Their first rider not going, so again, all 3 remaining riders will count. And it is going to be Corin Sweeney, the first to go for Team Off the Rails. Also a team score of 4 so far, but their second rider heading in is Corin Sweeney and Chakusini. Just the 4 there, and so that will count to the score. So it's team score of 8 so far for Team Off the Rails, same as that as Team For Real in theory. So it's just the 4 there for Corin Sweeney and Chakusini. Team Jet Run now as we go to the second rider and last rider of the second cycle of those. And Team Jet Run could yet be on a 0 score. did have 8 from their first in round 2. Alexander Alston goes second for Team Jet Run. This will be Spider. One fence down for Alex Alston there for Team Jet Run. So best they can score is 4. So the teams get ever closer. So 4 for Team Jet Run is the best potential score after the second rider for each of the teams. So just taking you through those. 4 for Team Jet Run, 8 for Team Off the Rails. Best they can score. Team For Real also 8. Pink Penny Club could be a score of 12. Sweet Oak score of 12. And He Did Rivalry. They as well could be at a score of 4, but there are all 2 remaining riders would also have to go with 0 scores. There'd have to be 2 clears. We're going into the third rider for each of the teams. So Sweet Oak got a potential score of 12 so far. Third rider for Team Sweet Oak is Alexa Curry now and Quentin Kay. Going clear there for Alexa Curry for the third rider for Team Sweet Oak. So team on a total of 12 potentially, discarding the 12 from a little earlier on. So 8 and 4 they'll be counting at the moment. 12 still the best Sweet Oak can do at the moment, but very much in the pack. As we go to Team For Real, and their third rider now is Ty Simpson. Ty with Coralia EVS, and Team For Real could yet, if they have another clear, finish with a team score of 8. Just on the 4 there for Ty Simpson for Team for Real. So they on 4 so far. And so at the moment, it would still potentially have the last rider to go on to clear, would still leave them at 8. So clear in 4 so far for Team for Real. So they could yet finish on a score of 8. It is heated rivalry now. Their first rider elimination, so the clear from their second, all the remaining scores counting for them. And heated rivalry still, they could be on a score of 4 as they go to the next rider. And it's Elizabeth Grace Thomason and Iris de la Roque. Very good round, and leaving the team very much still in the hunt. Heated rivalry despite the elimination on the scorecard. 2 clears there means they sit on 4 from round 1. If their last were to go clear, they would remain still on just the 4 faults through the 2 rounds. So team heated rivalry still very much in the frame on the 4. Third rider for Team Pink Pony Club deciding not to go, so that's Teddy Pritzker not going for Team Pink Pony Club. So we go on to Team Off the Rails, and their third rider is going to be Gabriela Pino, and this is Odiel VDM. Just on the 4 there for Gabriela Pino and Odiel VDM. So 4 for a Team Off the Rail. So one of those 4 is going to be counting through. In fact, that other 4 is counting through for them. So team on a score of 12 so far puts them equal with Sweet Oak. So 12 for Off the Rails, 12 for Sweet Oak. For Real on a potential score of 8. Heated Rivalry on a score of potentially 4. Pink Pony Club, their last rider is withdrawn as well, so they will finish in 6th place. They are out of the equation now. And so we go to Team Jet Run, needing clears now to stay on a score of 4. They've had 8 and 4 in round 2. They came in on 0, and Team Jet Run, their third rider now, is Yola Kozlowska, and this is going to be Crystal Clare. So it is clear for the next rider there for Team Jetron, Jolo Kozlowska and Crystal Clare, so they go on a clear. So going to the final rider for each of the teams, 2 teams on 4, that's Team Jetron, and potentially heated rivalry as well, although they've got no room for maneuver. And so those teams on 4 and teams on 8. For real, Team for real on 8, 12 off the rails, 12 for Sweet Oak. Those are the best scores they could produce. And so it is 2 teams on score of 4, and combined times will have been decided if they were to remain equal. Sweet Oak and their final rider for Team Sweet Oak goes now. This is going to be Alexander Ryden and Arendal de Vlot. And so clear there for the last for Team Sweet Oak, Alexander Ryden and Arendal de Vlot. So team completing on a score of 12. 12 for Team Sweet Oak, first team to complete. Team for real now could be ahead of them if they get a clear from their last. And they are on a team score of, potential score of 8 so far, is the best they could do. A final rider for Team for real is Ansgar Hodges Jr. and Caliblu PS. Finishing on a total of 4 there, Ansgar Hodges Jr. and Caliblu PS. So they also finish on a team total of 12, so they'll be separated by time. Sweet Oak team had a time of 2:11.20. For real, finishing on a total of 12, we'll give you their combined score in just a second. And Team for Real 198.66, so the quicker of the two teams on a score of 12. Team for Real. Two teams yet that could finish on 4, so looking for that top spot. One of which is Heated Rivalry, but Heated Rivalry have one elimination there, so all counting scores through. 2 clears, though, of their 2 riders gone, 1 remaining for Heated Rivalry, and that is Christian Hacker as the last to go with For Friendship, VDL. Five there the score, but it is a team score of 9 for Heated Rivalry, so it leaves them ahead of Sweet Oak and For Real. Overall score of 9 for the Heated Rivalry team, but it does open the door for Team Jet Run, who are potentially still on the score of 4. Team Off the Rails coming up, best they can score is 12, so Heated Rivalry would be ahead of those. And so their last rider to come for the Off the Rails team is going to be Lee Stevens in a second, and that just leaves Jet Run with the team score, with the potential score to win of 4. So the last rider for Team Off the Rails now is Lee Stevens and Omega H and DB. Going clear there for Lee Stevens and Omega H and DB, so they will finish on a clear score of 12 as well, so separated by time from the rest. And so with the scores already in with Team For Real, the best of 12 falters so far at 198.66. One team left to go, and they're on a potential score of 4. Worst they could score is 12. But that would mean a win for Heated Rivalry. To be our winners, Jet Run needing a good score from their last. And that is our recent winner of the BrainJuice Grand Prix. Campbell Brown goes last, Colina Z. Final rider wins it. It is Campbell Brown going clear with Colina Z. So it is clear from the last. They'll stay on a team score of 4. It's a win for Team Jet Run as they finish top. Second place on the 9 there for Team Heated Rivalry. It is after that into third for Team For Real on 198.66. So the fastest of the teams on the 12. After that, into fourth place is Team Off the Rails. In fifth place for Team Sweet Oak, and sixth place for Pink Pony Club. That's the lineup for our BrainJuice U25 team competition. It's a team win for Team Jet Run for Ava Fisherman, for Alex Alston from Jusa Kozlowski, and for Campbell Brown, who will finish as our winning combination.
Sí, aquí todas las tiras aquí en el frente. No quiere Fernando, güey. ¿Lo quiere más para allá? ¿Más para adelante? Atrás, atrás un poco más. ¿Dónde? Ya. You want the ferns on the fern as well? Right here.
And welcome in our top 3 teams. Very well done to each of those as they head on in as well. And to our 3 teams finishing into third place is Team For Real, led out by Helena Stormans, their chef to keep. And team in second, Heated Rivalry, and Lucy Delaurier, their chef, leading them out. And the winning team, Team Jet Run, led out by John Brennan. And all set for the presentations to our three teams. Very well done to each of those. And delighted to welcome Lisa Ellis, Chief Executive Officer and Chief Marketing Officer of BrainJuice as well, to make the presentations. And to our teams in reverse order. In third place, it goes to Team For Real. Helena Stormans, their chef to keep. The team of Tony Stormans, Cassidy Rain, Ty Simpson, and Ansgar Holches Jr. in third. Our thanks to BrainJuice once again, the number one natural daily brain supplements. And proud partner here at Wellington as well, alongside the brands Brain Java and Brain Water as well. And take us to a team in second place. In second spot, very close for them, Heated Rivalry in second. Their chef to keep, Lucy Delorier. It is Mary Rose Canterbury, Layla Kurbanov, Elizabeth Grace Thomason, and Christian Hacker. And the winning team here this year of the BrainJuice U25 team events, it is congratulations Team Jet Run and their chef to keep, John Brennan. It is Abe Fishman, Alex Alston, Ulla Kozlowska, and to Campbell Brown as our winners. And very well done to each of the teams, to our top three teams. Final photos with them as well. And super stuff. Congratulations, our winning team, but to our top three teams there this year in the BrainJuice Team 25 U25 team events. And leading away our winning group. Very well done to each, but the winners are Team Jet Run.
I don't even know what you're looking for.